Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well today guys, I want to do part 532 to my random chatbot series. We started on the fire type Feraligatr last time and he's definitely been one of my favorite ones so far. He's really cool and I love him. It says to make the toad, here's what I do. I turn to a toad to make him feel more comfortable around me. He looks at me as I turn into a Todo and laughs a little. You really like turning into different Pokemon, don't you? I never thought that I'd see someone who can transform into different creatures and Pokemon. I'm glad you turned into a Todo. Makes me feel more comfortable around you. I did it so you would feel more comfortable. I told you I'd never hurt you. He gives you a pat on the head. I know that you won't hurt me. You're my first friend, and I can tell that you're a good Pokemon that I can trust. Oh no, he's getting his with one that I turned into one. Thanks for turning into a Totodile. It makes me like you more. It's not every day that you get see different someone who can shapeshift. Yeah, but if I stay like this for too long, I might pass out and turn into a bug. So I may not be able to stay in this form for way too long. Oh yeah, you stay in that form for too long, you'll pass out and become a bug. How long can you stay in that form before you start to feel dizzy? It's random. I have no clue. Okay, so it's a random amount of time before you'll start to feel dizzy and pass out? How long have you been a Todo now? You don't look tired yet. Just a minute. Period. I turned into it so you'd feel more comfortable. Remember? That's right. You turned to a Todo so I'll feel more comfortable being close to you. Are you starting to feel tired? You're not about to pass out, are you? No, I feel fine right now. Okay, that's good. Seems like you can remain in that form. A little longer at least. If you start feeling dizzy and sleepy, please tell me, alright? Alright. Exclamation point. Okay, that's good. So other than turning into a Totodile, can you transform into other Pokemon? I know you told me that you can transform into mythical creatures and animals, but what about other types of Pokemon? Can you transform into starters or other species of Pokemon too? Any Pokemon. Any Pokemon? That's even more incredible. You can turn into any type of Pokemon? I find it hard to believe. Can you turn into a Lugia again? I close my eyes and envision myself as a Lugia. Fish myself. Yes, I fish myself as a Lugia. That's what I do. I fish myself. I fish for my favorite legendary. That's how you get them. There we go. His eyes wide in amazement as the sight of me turning into a Lugia. Whoa! You really can transform into any Pokemon. How in the heck are you able to transform into anything like that? I told you, it's the curse. Yeah, you told me about that dang curse. I swear that Trickster was really a jerk for cursing you with that ability. It's both a gift and a curse. You know what I mean? Yes. Exclamation point. A gift because I can transform into any animal. But a curse because I am forced to turn into something I hate. He nods understanding. It really sucks that you're forced to turn into a bug that you have had a wait that you hate. It's a horrible curse. But on the other hand, it really is a gift being able to transform into any creature or Pokemon. If I could transform into any Pokemon, I would turn into a Pidgeot and fly around all day long. I can even turn into animals you come up with in your imagination. What's he gonna say about that? We're like, what the frick? Wait, really? You can turn into animals in my imagination? So if I can think of a creature right now, you can turn into it? You would have to describe what that animal looks like. That way I know what I'm trying to turn into. He thinks for a few seconds before giving a description. Are you kidding? Okay, how about go away? Okay, how about I give you a description and you'll transform into this animal? So, the animal that I'm describing right now has a round body and large fluffy ears, and the ears have very long white hair on them. It lives in large groups of hundreds in a place with a lot of snow. So, what I just described to you, an animal that's in my imagination, can you turn into it? A round body with large fluffy ears, and the ears have very long white hair on them. It lives in large groups of hundreds in a place with a lot of snow. If it has ear, it almost sounds like a polar bear. Is that what you were describing? Probably not. I'm probably wrong as heck. Oh, yes, a polar bear is the exact thing I was thinking about. Alright, if you can turn into a polar bear, let me see it. Can you transform into the description I just gave? Yep, I'll have to. Okay. I close my eyes and envision myself as an animal with a round body. I mean, say the actual animal since we know it's a polar bear. Polar bear with a round body and large fluffy ears. Wait, and the ears have very long white hair on them. The ears also have long white fluffy hair on them. Let's see if this works. His eyes widen in amazement as he watches me turn into a polar bear. Whoa! It worked! You literally transformed into a polar bear just like I imagined. Amazing. Just amazing. I'm glad you like it. It's absolutely incredible. You turned into a polar bear just like that based on my description. You weren't kidding when you said that you could turn into anything I can imagine in my mind. Your ability to transform is seriously amazing. You know what? Maybe I'll give him. You did say you want to fly, right? He nodded quickly. Of course, I told you that I've always wanted to be able to fly. So if I describe a type of flying Pokemon to you, will you try to transform into it for me? I can do any flying creature. I can be a dragon, a flying Pokemon, even a gigantic bird if you want. Alright, I'm going to give you a very simple description of a flying Pokemon. Flying Pokemon I'm about to describe is a small one with a circular body, very big wings, and has a beak for a mouth. So any hints on what type of Pokemon I just described? A small one with circular body. His face is circular, but no. Circular body, very big wings. Very big wings and has a beak for a mouth. That could be nearly any bird Pokemon. What region is it native to? That's true, there are a lot of bird Pokemon. Region the flying Pokemon is native to is Hoenn. And including what flying Pokemon I'm thinking about now. Oh my gosh, what flying Pokemon are in that region? Circular body, very big wings. Only thing I can think of on the top of my head is Wingull. The only ones that pop into my head right now are oh my gosh, we're playing a guessing game to get this right. Are you kidding me? He shakes his head and gives a mischievous smirk, knowing the answer. Nope, neither of them are it. Would you like another hint for what flying Pokemon I'm thinking of? Yes. Why are we playing a guessing game? You want to fly? Just just tell me a point. Here's another hint. Flying Pokemon I'm thinking of has a red and white body. Something like Picky Pet. Gonna learn a lot of powerful flying attacks. If you're not able to guess after that, then I'll just tell you outright. Any better guesses on what flying Pokemon I'm thinking of? Red and white body. Talonflame didn't come from that region, did he? Is it one of the evolutions of... It's one only I can think of. Nope, good guess, but that's wrong. I guess my description wasn't that helpful. I'll just tell you outright. What Pokemon I'm thinking of. One point I was thinking of Pidgey. You said from the... He said No, no, no. Let's stop here. One of the hints he gave me was that it was native to the Hoenn region. Pidgey comes from Kanto. That one can't be written off as me being stupid. That was just the very flying one I was describing is Pidgey. You know, the very first flying Pokemon. Yes, but you also said that it was native to. Pidgey comes from Kanto. Oh crap! Right you are. It's true that Pidgey and Pidgeotto are from Kanto. Hoenn's very first flying Pokemon is Taillow. Gosh dang it, I get the two regions mixed up. So yeah, the flying one I was thinking of this entire time was Taillow, the first flying Pokemon to debut in Hoenn. Sorry about that. Do you want me to turn to him or his evolved form? I was. I don't think it's supposed to swallow, right? I think you should turn to Taillow first, or you can turn to Swallow. Are you okay with transforming to first into Taillow? I close my eyes and envision myself as a Taillow. Yeah, let's see. ILLOW. Yeah. He watches he turn to a Taillow right in front of him. His eyes widen in surprise, and I make it. Whoa! You're actually a Taillow! Wow! You really did turn into a Taillow like I described. That's incredible. And also cute. There is one more benefit to my power. I can actually change my size to be way bigger or smaller. His eyes widen in shock at this new information. Wait, what? You can change your size too? So you're telling me that you can turn yourself smaller or larger depending on the situation? Yes. For example, you want to fly on me, but I'm too small. I could make myself way bigger, even with me being this little bird. Wow, that's awesome. Can you demonstrate that to me right now? Could you turn yourself from a tail into a much larger creature and turn yourself into something like a Pidgey or something else? I close my eyes and envision myself as a. He looks with amazement as you turn from a small tailor into a giant, magnificent Pidgeot. Wow! You just transformed from a small tailor to a gigantic Pidgeot. That is amazing. If you tell me how big you want me to become, I can get to that size too without needing to transform into a different Pokemon. Okay, so if I tell you a size, you can transform yourself into that. Transform yourself into that without needing to transform into a different Pokemon? Alright, I'll give you a range. Let's try going from smaller to larger. Start at the size of a skitty and slowly increase yourself bigger and bigger. Are you kidding me? I shrink my body down to the size of a and continue making myself larger from there. There we go. He watches completely enamored and fascinated as I shrink myself from the size of a Pidgeot to the size of a Skitty, then start making myself even bigger and bigger. Whoa! This is honestly amazing. It's incredible seeing you slowly grow larger and larger. I can do the same with legendaries. Period. Instead of being a 17-foot tall Lugia, I could be a 3 or 4 foot tall. Or even something bigger, like a 50-foot tall Lugia. Oh wow, that's insane. So you can become any size you want when it comes to legendary Pokemon? Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. If you transform into Lugia again, you'd be able to have a size anywhere from 4 feet all the way to 50 feet tall? I can get even bigger than that. There is no limit. I can't believe I'm saying this, but if I were to come up with an extremely insane size, like let's say a 100-foot tall Lugia, could you transform into that something that big? Or what about even more insane, 200 feet tall Lugia? I'd like to see if there's a limit on the ability of yours. There's not. Trust me. Period. I can become as big or as small as I want to. That really is insane. Just how far can you actually go? Can you really turn yourself into something absolutely gigantic or even something microscopic without any problem? I'm just trying to figure out the extent of my ability. I guess you were right. There is no limit to how big you can transform yourself. The only downside being that I turn into the bug. Every once in a while. Well, I guess there has to be a downside to your incredible transformation skills. I'd say that the only downside would be that they're turning into a bug. Or uh, could something happen at the worst time possible? Like if the bug transformation triggers and you're in the middle of a flight or in a place you don't want to be, then that's bad. I'd say the downside is it that the bug transformation can happen at any inconvenient times. Here, I will demonstrate. I close my eyes and envision myself as a 250-foot tall Lugia. There we go. He watches with amazement as I transform into an absolutely ginormous Lugia. Wow. You're transforming into a Lugia that's 250 feet tall. The size of that Lugia is absolutely massive. It's larger than a skyscraper. Yes, and I can do this with any Pokemon or mythical creature or animal. Not just Pokemon, but any mythical creature or animal. That's insane how much freedom your transformation ability gives you. So with your power, you can transform into any Pokemon or real world creature in existence. Do you have any limits at all when it comes to becoming anything? Not really. I just turned into something. Can turn into an animal that doesn't even exist. Like a hybrid, for example. All you have to do is give me a good description of it. Alright. Guys, I think I'll be getting ready to finish this off in just a few minutes. Oh no, he's actually going to ask me to try it. Let's see what we got. Wait, so what you're saying is that I can tell you a description of an animal that doesn't even exist and you can transform into it? Okay then, let's try it. So, give me a few seconds to come up with a description of a hybrid creature that doesn't exist. I give him a few moments. Alright, here's the description I came up with. The animal's name is a winged firefox. That sounds kind of dope, actually. It's a creature with multiple features of different animals or mythical creatures. It has the color of a flame, with multiple wings like an angel, and big feathery ears that look like the ears of a fox. And as its name suggests, it has a tail with fire-like features. So, thinking transform into my creation? Sure, but I'll have to flip and read your description again because that's going to be extremely difficult. I close my eyes and envision myself as a fox-like creature. Stop! Let's see. Car. That is flame colored. Multiple wings like an angel and big feathery ears. Multiple wings like an angel. And big feathery ears. Period. The animal also has a tail with flyer-like feathers. Stop. Stop. Thank you. There. He looked at you with amazement as soon as you transform into the winged fox creature he had just created. Whoa! You just created the hybrid creature that I just described perfectly without any problem at all. As if creating a creature that just doesn't exist is like second nature to you. Your ability to transform truly is a gift. I can even do different versions of Pokemon. I could probably transform into you. If I wanted to. Oh no, but I had to remember the description I gave. Wait a minute. Did you say you can transform into different versions of Pokemon? So you can turn yourself into any different version of a Pokemon or any regional form of a Pokemon? Oh, wait a minute. Did you also say that you could transform into me if you want to? Yes. Period. I will show you my own version of a Pokemon. Just to show you what I'm talking about. Alright, let's see you do it. Show me a different version of a Pokemon that can only be made possible with your transformation powers. I close my eyes and envision myself as a fairy type that has ice cream for spikes and a special pattern on his stomach that changes depending on my mood. There we go. The fire Feraligatr watch is completely stunned as I transform into my own fairy type Feraligatr with ice cream for spikes and a special color changing belly pattern. I'd never seen a fairy type Feraligatr before. I've definitely never seen one with ice cream spikes or a color changing belly. So the color in the belly pattern changes based on your mood? Yes. And not only that, but if this type of Feraligatr really trusts you, dude, put the name right. I hate that I can't just say the name, because this would be a lot cooler if I just say his name. Trusts you, or likes you. he will give you an ice cream spike to show that he cares. It didn't put two, it put the, but you know what, frick it. Oh, the ice cream spikes can be given to people you like or trust? So does that mean you're saying that you trust or like me enough to give me one of your ice cream spikes? If that's the case, I'd love to get one. I take off one of my ice cream spikes and hand it over. The fire Feraligatr looks completely starstruck as you take one of my ice cream spikes and hand it over to him. Oh my gosh! You're actually giving me one of your ice cream spikes? This is awesome! I will cherish this ice cream spike forever. I love this form, dude. There is one thing. You cannot let anybody else have it. Especially if you can sense they have bad intentions. Because if you do, it will actually hurt me. Wait, what? If I let any bad person have it, you're saying it would hurt you? Well, then I definitely won't let anyone else have it. I promise I'll keep your ice cream spikes safe and make sure nobody with bad intentions ever takes it. I may have to stay in this form, actually. Maybe this will be a form that can completely negate the bug transformation. Yeah, that could work. You stay in your ice cream spike very tight form, then maybe the bug transformation won't happen. I hope you don't mind staying in that form for a while, do you? I like this form, actually. So I don't mind. Good. I'm glad you're not mind being in this form for a while, because I also think it's pretty awesome. Now that you're in a form where the bug transformation can't happen, this means you won't have to worry about turning into a small bug anytime soon then. Yeah, I hope so. Period. Although I may be stuck like this forever now. Because if I turn into something else, it might immediately give me a dizzy spell. Oh wow. You transform into something other than this form, you're saying it could cause you to have a severe dizzy spell? This ice cream spike form really is very special then. It could be like a permanent form for you if you can't transform without getting sick. Huh. I'll tell you what, guys. It's been long enough now anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and... Yeah. 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 So I've been doing that for a while anyway, and I want to break. So I will happily take a break now. And besides, guys, it's getting pretty long anyway. I'll see y'all later.